Welcome to Going Off Subject, a Jones College radio and TV production in association with Free State Records. I am your host, Ollie Hammonds. In studio today with me, helping cast my bronze voice over your speakers, is the great one, the great producer, and that is Matt McGuffey. Today, we have some very special guests. Normally, we do coaches, and we've had some people like that, but today we have a couple of players. We have the twin brothers, Demp and Kai Pernell from the basketball team. Fellas, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so they even sound the same. So we're just going to go ahead. Let's go with this one time so that people at home maybe can get a little bit of a difference. All right, Demp, you speak.
I'm Demp.
All right, and you speak.
And I'm Kai.
Okay, so there you go. That's about as close as we're probably going to get to recognizing the difference in them. So usually, guys, we like to start off with the question of, where'd you guys grow up? I mean, what was your childhood like? And first of all, before we get there, I do have to ask the question: who was the parents' favorite?
My little sister's favorite.
Neither of them.
No,
who's Coach Mueller's favorite?
I don't know. I don't know.
But anyways, how was your childhood? What was it like?
Childhood growing up, it was good. We had both parents around. Grew up in Indianola, Mississippi, and Moorhead, Mississippi. Grew up there. Then we moved to Horn Lake, Mississippi, where we are right now, at 8th grade, I believe. And then we've just been up there ever since. My mom been around all my life. My dad been around. Family been around. So childhood growing up was just good. Having everybody around, everybody support.
Yeah, I can see that. I really can. How'd you get into basketball? Did it just you kind of grew up playing the game, or?
I say we started playing basketball around maybe 6 or 7 years old. And everybody just been helping us, pushing us. My dad, my mom. All my coaches, little basketball camps, little league basketball. We just fell in love with it. We just want to keep doing it, so we just stuck with it. Got very good at it, and then and we just here right now at college with it, playing on the next level.
Yeah. So what was your first foray into team basketball, where you had coaches and that kind of stuff? And what was that like for you? Was that because your twin brothers? I assume. Yeah. You play pickup a lot with 1v1.
Yeah.
What was it like kind of having to adjust to a team with teammates and stuff like that?
It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all because when we came, as we were coming up playing, we had each other, yes, but we knew it was always a team sport and not just an individual sport. But when we started playing a city league around Indianola, that's when we started first playing team ball with coaches and teammates like that. And it was good. We didn't, it wasn't no thing when we was selfish with it or this. It was just we all came just to play silly because it was fun around a young age. So that's why we started doing it. Yeah.
So you get to play in, high school. You move into high school and playing high school basketball. What was the moment in? It might have been younger. What was the moment in y'all's career when you thought, we can actually make this a thing where we go to college and you realized that you were very good better than some of your peers at basketball?
I would say probably around maybe 8th grade or 7th grade when we found out we were really good at it, and a lot of people started recognizing our talent. So we just started working hard to get good as we are today. And then I was saying probably maybe our freshman year of high school, when we had made varsity as freshmen, I recognized right there we could be really good at it too. Yeah. And then 10th grade, we started. And then from there and on now, we just been focused on it. Think we're knowing we can be very good at it. And then 11th grade come, we got a little more better. And then our senior year, when we really just made a lot of noise for Horn Lake and, starting getting a lot of college culture radars, starting getting offers, and then we just started taking it very seriously.
Yeah. So you talk about you guys obviously had to be naturally gifted at it. But, even watching you guys this season, because I get to broadcast the games, I get to be on the sidelines. Early on in the season, you guys were good, but you were nowhere near where you are now.
Yeah.
You guys it progressed. Yeah. And that's a testament to you guys' work off the court. Yeah. So when did you guys start establishing a sort of a off-season routine, in-season routine for training and getting to where you are now?
I'd say around, he said, 9th, 10th grade, around that time. Because 10th grade, when I tore my ACL and my meniscus. So that being with a lot of physical therapy and stuff like that, it became a work ethic to get better at my craft and to get my body better. to come back to sports. And like ever since then, just when you're not working, like somebody else is, and that's when when you lay off, other people are getting up and trying to come take your spot.
Yeah. So you're now at Jones, and I'm guessing as you start getting better, you're thinking of D1 colleges and stuff like that. What was your first thought when Jones first got proposed to you? You know, this junior college in Ellisville. Have you ever even heard of Jones before?
We haven't heard of Jones. I think this when the year they were ranked in the national polls.
Yeah.
But when Coach Miller had called us and we had talked for a little minute, and he offered us, we were really excited about the offer that come to Jones and stuff like that. And we came on our visit, we really liked it here. And so like with us like being that type of good in basketball and stuff like that, and getting offers from the college area, I feel like, you know, we can be like get like a lot of more exposure with the next level, the D1 level. Cause we are playing good right now, but you know the job not done. We just want to win, win the championship, win the NC championship, and just get a lot of exposure on us and our teammates.
Yeah. So a question that I don't think, excuse me, a lot of people think about with student athletes is the fact that Jones is small. It's kind of almost like I've heard people talk, it's almost like going to the 13th grade almost. But you're in college. So how has that helped you guys in the transition out of high school, moving into college, it kind of being a smaller atmosphere where it's more relaxed, I guess you could say? I mean, how does that help you?
I'd say it helped us a lot because the transition from high school to college wasn't hard as we thought it was going to be because of the sports and the classes. So, because we were doing all the same thing we're doing now in college, we were doing in high school for 4 years. Yeah. So we come here to a junior college level, we just doing it for 2 or maybe even 1 year. But like the transition was easy. It wasn't tough, but it do have some challenges with the tougher classes and like with practicing and games and everything in that same week. But it's nothing we can't manage. We can manage it all.
Yeah, I was about to. So this is my next question, Coach Mueller. I know him well enough to know he's probably not a very relaxed coach, and practices are not time to goof off. Yeah. So what was the transition from high school coaches? Which I mean, high school coaches are great. Yeah. But college coaches is something different, and especially Mueller. What was that like for you guys? Was it sort of a rude awakening, or were you ready for it?
I say we were ready for it, cause like our senior coach, our last year coach, he at Horn Lake right now, Coach Potts. He's he a very like intense coach, and he like to win. He don't like to lose, just like Coach Mueller. So when we transitioned to college, Coach Mueller, he's intense too. So we was already ready for that, and then I feel like we're coachable, so we can take, the constructive criticism they give us and all that. So it just feel like it's part of like, I'll say like growing up, from the high school and college level. So I think we can handle it pretty good, and we're doing good right now, like maintaining it.
Yeah. So let's talk about the on-court stuff. I mean, your transition from high school basketball to college basketball. What was it as fast as you thought it would be? Was it faster? Was it slower? Where did you build it up in your mind and you got out there and you're like, oh, because I'll be honest with you guys play the game like it's slow. I mean, watching it, you guys play the game like it's pretty slow to you guys. So what was that like?
Same thing like what Jim just said. In high school, Coach Potts, like Coach Potts and Coach Miller, they're similar in a lot of ways. The style of play that they like to play with. Coach Potts, we did it with 12th grade, like the fast pace of the game, and then coming to college as a freshman, like with Miller, it was like the same thing, like the fast pace and how they coach is the same. So it's like we getting used to it, but like with the speed of the game. I say we thought it would be faster. We come in and it's like it's still at our level right now. So that's why it may look like it's slower in the game because we just I think we just used to the fast pace from high school into college. Yeah.
So you watch the coaches on the sideline and they only catch your attention whenever they're screaming and yelling at you. But talk about Coach Spoon, Coach Witherspoon. He looks like he's always extremely uplifting to you guys. Talk about how he's helped your development as basketball players because he's been there, done that. And I talked to Mueller about that. Mueller's been there, done that too. So how big is it to have somebody like Spoon who knows the recipe to get where you guys want to be?
Like Coach Spoon, he's very intense. Like because he been there, done that, so he know what it takes to get to that level and stuff like that. So. We slacking that practice or slacking the game, like missing an assignment, he got a reason to fuss, almost get on the court, and grab us and stuff like that. So him with our player development, I think is really good because, like, you know, with him being there doing that, and he's showing us now how to do that and play hard, like, go at it with pace, you know, and just keep the pace up and, like, be a good player in the college level just to get to the next level and, like, maybe just get to the pros.
Yeah, so Mealer, when I had him in, he talked a lot about how it's important to be sort of sort of a mentor to guys whenever they come in because you're not home anymore. You kind of need that sort of guy to be sort of, I don't know, almost like a father figure. How good is he at that for you guys, and how good is he of a leader in the locker room as much as he is on the sideline coaching?
Very good. That was one of our main reasons, like coming this far, like 4 hours from home, is we wanted to have that parent figure that show us right from wrong and lead us in the right direction. And Miller, he's done it. He's done it. He's doing a very good job as it leading us to and as much as the team. Everybody looks up to him in the locker room. Everybody looks up to him on the floor. And the assist coach Short and Coach Spoon, they there as well. And they all three of them is leading us in the right direction. I think all of them are parent figures to us right now as we are away from home.
Yeah. So you guys, the whole team, I mean, you look at this team that we got here at Jones, up and down the lineup is just star-studded. I mean, you guys are great. You got LJ, you've got the Howes brother. You got a lot of people here that are extremely good. I mean, just what was it like walking into a team that you look around and you go, we got some studs on this team, and how was that transition for both of you as twins, sort of fitting into that team type, just locker room? And you guys have gelled very well, by the way. Just watching it, you guys almost like everybody has one heartbeat on the court. What's that like?
I mean, not gonna lie, at the beginning, like in the summer, like it wasn't easy at all. Like we all came in from high school. We were the best players on our high school team, so we had to learn the adjustment that our roles might be reversed. Some roles may be like lower than it was in high school, and like as of right now, I think we've been learning how to like play well together. Like we share the ball extremely well, move the ball around, and whoever hot one night, we just gonna keep giving the ball. It's not an ego thing like that no more like that. But at first, it was kind of tough having everybody as good as we are on the same team and like with the ball sticking and not sticking and stuff like that. So I feel like we came a long way from this summer to we are now, and that's why like our record showed that, and we play together a lot as a team.
Yeah. What was it like adjusting to? I mean, would you say were you guys primary ball handlers at your high schools?
Yeah, I would say we had the ball and I had a lot.
Yeah, a lot. School, yeah. And what's it like having somebody like LJ who can also score? And I mean, LJ the other night, as we record this, he just was on fire. Yeah, he was pulling threes from 5 feet deep beyond the arc, and he was nailing them. I mean, adjusting to having to kind of share the ball a little bit more. I guess that's probably a little bit of a different adjustment, especially in the game of basketball. Yeah. I mean, what was that like for you, Kai?
It was like them said at the beginning, it was very tough, but knowing you have that person like LJ in the lineup with you, like starting out, that can do as much as you can do, that also help our team. Like, cause all the pressure's just not on me and Demp or his say like that. Yeah. But LJ, like, he share, we all share load, but he takes some of the load off me and Demp too. When he can score, he handle the ball. He more ball dominant, like bring the ball up as the point guard than me and Demp is, and I think that helps us a lot as a team and individually, like in the lineup when we're on the floor together.
What's it like playing on a team with two sets of twins?
That was funny at first. Like we had two sets of twins. Like everywhere we go, like this summer, all our JUCO jamborees, like a lot of people say like. They just saw the same person, or they just saw two sets of twins. So like, that was funny. Like at the beginning to see having two sets of twins on teams and stuff.
Yeah. So let's get to know the twins a little bit more. All right, which one's more likely to get in trouble?
I would say.
I love how both of you were almost pointing at each other.
I don't know. I think both of us have our moments, but we try to stay out of trouble best we can.
Which one's more likely to take the lead in a situation?
I say yeah. I say I will.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
say
good.
he will.
So, I mean, the facilities here at Jones. I mean, that's something that's very, very much understated. I think is that you look at. I mean, the baseball field's amazing. The football field's awesome. The basketball court's awesome. What was that like coming here with top-notch facilities, and how did that help your development?
When we came out our visit, like the one thing I really liked the most was the court, the locker room. Like you said, it's really not a big campus, but the thing we do got on campus, they're really good.
Yeah.
The football field, baseball field, training room, where we go to take out where we go to do the photo shooting stuff on the visit.
Yeah.
That room, that's good. Then, got a good uniform, so like I feel like the stuff we got here is really good for us and like help us get better. Like the weight room, Coach Quick, he a good strength and conditioning coach. So yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff around here can help us get to the next level and help us get better as a player.
Yeah, what's it like being an athlete at college, and you can go on social media and see highlights of yourself and that kind of stuff, and it's more, you get more publicity with the sports. You're talking about the media room, sports info. I get to work with those guys, Kevin Maloney. They do a great job of coverage. What's that like? Pulling up your phone and you see yourself.
Like that's the major difference from high school to college. Cause in high school, we'll play games, and after game we gotta wait probably like 2 days or so to get like stats and pictures and videos like that. But at a college game, we got it before we even go back to the locker room.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like, as you make the shot, it's almost like 3 seconds later it's on.
It's very quick, and that's one thing we like about college, that we don't have to wait for like any updates or news or stuff like that. Everything just right there in your reach.
Yeah. Talk about your day. I mean, people who strive to be student athletes at a college probably don't think much about the day-to-day of classes. I mean, eating. I mean, how you fit that in? Training, games, all that kind of travel. Talk about just let's say a non-game day and then a game day. So what would a non-game day look like?
Okay, a non-game day, we're going to say that's on a Tuesday.
All right.
So Tuesday, you got an 8:15 class.
No fun.
8:15. That's right after a game day, so that's kind of
yeah. I got a bunch of 8:15s, but I don't have bruises from the night before.
Yeah, so we got an 8:15 class. Some of us have a 9:45 class, but we don't got a 9:45 class on Tuesday. So after that, we'll go back to the room, probably take a nap before like weights. So we got weights at 12 o'clock, and then we'll have practice at like 1:15. Then we'll watch film on the previous game. Then we'll have practice like 45 minutes, because practice after game day don't be long at all. We just do a lot of shooting, go over a little defense drill and stuff like that. Then we just get out. Then after the practice, we'll probably take a shower and just relax for the rest of the day. Then probably the next day on the Wednesday, we'll have practice at 1 o'clock and film on the next team we got to go over tomorrow. So we'll have film, then practice, and then after practice is rest again, then just get ready for the next game day.
Yeah, okay, so what's a game day? What's a game day like?
Game day, so that's Monday or Thursday. So game day, have 8:15 on game days. After 8:15, we don't have nothing. So after 8:15, we go back to the room, relax a little bit. Have shoot around at 1 o'clock. We don't try to eat anything heavy for a shoot around, so we might have a little snack or something here or there we got in our room, or go to the cab, get like fruits or something like that.
Yeah.
So nothing too heavy before shoot around. Then after shoot around, go from 1 to 2 for shoot around. After shoot around, we get a meal, get a lunch meal. Depends on Cane's, McDonald's, anything like that. We get a meal and then go back to the room, take a nap for like maybe 3 hours. Then come back to the gym around 5 for the girls' game, and then after that, it's our time to play. After that,
so what's the difference? What was the difference for you guys traveling? Like you go on an away game as opposed to high school to college. I mean, we got buses, we got really nice buses here and that kind of stuff. What's the travel? What's the difference in the travel for you guys?
That's the thing that Coach Miller emphasized, cause he said we're gonna travel a lot on charters and like long road games, and we've been traveling on charter, like in road games, we've been traveling on charters. So I feel like the difference between in high school, you're gonna probably travel on a regular school bus, just to go to a road game. But in college, it's like the charter. Then we get fed on the road, you know. So I feel like they treat us like, you know, high level players, like at a junior college type level.
Yeah.
So I feel like it makes us feel good, you know, and that's why we playing good.
Yeah. So, you know, how often you guys like to go to other sporting events on campus? Like, did you go to the baseball games this weekend or something like that?
We didn't go to the baseball game. We didn't go to the baseball game. But I want to go to one soon, though. I really want to go to a baseball game. We went to a couple football games. We went probably like 1 or 2 football games. Yeah. And then I think that's all the events we've been to on campus.
Yeah.
We've been to a couple soccer games, too.
Yeah.
A couple soccer games. Yeah, we've been to a couple soccer games, too.
What's it? We usually the team usually has a lot of tournaments out of state to start out the season, sort of preseason tournaments. What's that like for you guys, and what's your experience there?
We had a couple jamborees that was out of state. We had Texas, Georgia, a couple like we had more, but I can't remember at the moment. But like those type get us prepared for the season and seeing our competition throughout the season. And we have a lot of recruitment opportunities that's like out of state with the college coaches being there. Like in Texas, I think it was like almost 100 coaches or something like that on one game on one court.
Yeah,
and like they'll give us opportunity to
great exposure
for the season. Yeah,
pretty much.
So it was good. It was better than most people have, but like with the season, with the preseason tournament, it was a lot of wins, a lot of games, and a lot of opportunity to get your name on the D1 level.
All right, you guys grow up watching basketball, obviously. Who was like a role model for you guys? Who's your favorite basketball player growing up?
My favorite player is Kyrie right now.
Okay.
I've been like Kyrie for like since his whole career. So I've been watching. I like watching highlights and stuff like that. You know, I've been watching highlights since I was a little kid, and I still watch to this day. So Kyrie is my favorite basketball player right now.
What about you, Kai?
My favorite player is LeBron.
LeBron, okay.
Yeah, well, LeBron my whole life too.
Okay.
So LeBron.
How much does it help watching those guys in your game? Like, does it help you see, like, pick up some cues just watching their game and how they play? Does that help you?
Yeah, it helps us. Like, you see what they're doing on a professional level and how long they're doing it, and that makes you want to do it too. So you study their moves, study their game, and you maybe even go to the gym and try to practice what they do for you to do in your own game. So I feel like they're like their game is, we can try to make our game like their game, but their game helps our game a lot.
Yeah. So what would you say? It's sort of a 2-part question. What's your favorite sport other than basketball? Mm-hmm. And what sport do you think you would be better at other than basketball? Like, what sport do you think you would actually be good at other than basketball?
Another sport. I say either football or baseball.
Okay.
We played both of those sports while we was younger, and we really good at both of them.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like I think I'd be better at probably football.
Okay.
You know, I'd probably be better at football than at basketball if I had to choose like that.
What about you, Kai?
I'd say I think I'd be better at baseball. I think we were pretty good when we were young at baseball, but I think baseball is an easier sport than football.
Yeah.
And like it's just like basketball. It's just all on you. So I think baseball is the easier sport.
Well, you guys have been a pleasure to have in. I really have enjoyed it. I always end the interview with a question of pretty much how is Jones so far. I always have people who have careers because of Jones, and they're on the payroll, they're a coach. But what about you guys as student athletes? Your first 2 semesters here at Jones, how has it so far helped your development as growing into a better man and growing into a better basketball player?
It's been really good here at Jones. Like the first 2 semesters, our first 2 semesters in basketball were really okay. And, Jones is a good place to be at. Just come out of high school, and I feel like we chose Jones really not because of the distance, but there was like a one reason we probably didn't want to come because of the distance, but the 4 hours is really worth it being here at Jones. Classroom, sports, just the people on Jones campus. It's really positive being here at Jones.
Yeah. What about you?
I say the same thing. Like distance was one of our main points, but right now distance is it don't come close to how much fun we having at Jones and how good we like being at Jones.
Yeah.
So I think we having a good time here at Jones, and we want to keep it that way.
Well, I'll tell you what, as a fan of the basketball team and the guy who has to talk about basketball as a broadcaster, I absolutely love that you guys are at Jones, and I enjoy watching you guys make multiple, I don't know how he made that layups and threes every day. So it's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed having you in. You've been listening to Going Off Subject with Ollie Hammonds. Today our producer, of course, was the great one, the man, the myth, the legend, Matt McGuffey. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time here on the show.